So we had D-Strike, Soul Guard, Unbreakable. Yeah, I'm not going to apologize. This person's upset at me for slugging. A question for everybody in chat. Was the slugging excessive? Like, I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back in a second. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts on the slugging. Talk it out. Wrap it out a little bit. And see what you guys think. Oi, oi, oi. YouTube, it's good to see you. I hope you're feeling pretty good. I hope you've unclenched your jaw. You've had some water, maybe gotten some sunshine, or I just hope you're having a great day. Thanks for stopping by the video. Today we've got a pretty mild one, honestly. This wasn't a VOD review or a review where I went back and watched it. The player didn't come into the stream or anything like that, but I think there are some really good talking points about why slugging happens in Dead by Daylight, and that it is often a survivor's fault if slugging happens, and we'll be talking about it a little bit more in the video. But for context, I was during this match playing Trickster. I was going for my 4K Trickster streak, which is at 18 wins in a row right now. We're challenging Darva and seeing if we can beat his 4K streak, but I was in the midst of a 4K streak, which means very strong build, which means very strong plays, and kind of a no mercy attitude. You know, if you make mistakes, that's on you as the survivors. So all of that being said, that's the context for the video. You guys are going to get to watch the gameplay, the match play all the way through, and then there will be a little bit of commentary at the end. And I hope you guys learned something. I hope that this makes sense, and I'm very excited to hear what you have to say in the comments below. And you know, be praying to the entity to see you guys in the next video. Fuck off, dude. Jesus Christ. I knew I should have just not played Trickster this round. I fucking cannot stand Lampkin. Oh, it's not a Trickster map at all, dude. At all. It doesn't help my totems in the dumbest, most obvious place I've ever seen in my existence. I need this palette, like, gone. Like, just... I need it fucking out of here. This is not a chase that I'm, like, super keen on taking. It's a good loot. And then they just go back downstairs. Yeah, I think I gotta leave this. It's the House of Pain. It's literally like you should never loot the House of Pain. You should just. I'd rather eat my own ass than loot there for any extended duration of time. The early run's gonna be hard to deal with here. But if I can get, does she play the? Yeah, she's gonna play the house, I think. Yeah. Oh, fuck, dude, that window is gonna be tough. What the fuck, man? This is why Haddonfield's like the biggest, trashiest map ever. Yeah, she doesn't even have to infinite that one area. I gotta let that one go, too. You can't commit to those chases. Somebody's on this gen. Or tried to be, and then left. Yeah, don't get caught up on Haddonfield chasing like too long at these fucking crazy ass windows, man. Try a basement play. This is Haddonfield. This is a nightmare. Haddon fun. Yeah, this is where 4K streaks go to fucking die. You know what I mean? This is where 4K streaks go to fucking melt, dude. Yeah, that Nia had insane windows. This window is gonna be stupid. Like, you know, just not excited for anything. No one's on that gen. Nobody might be on that gen either. I'm really not inclined to leave until she hits stage 2. To be real, somebody's there. One person. Okay, so they're going for the unhook. They're just running in too. I don't blame him, but there's multiple people here. I have 36 knives. And not enough time. I just want to take a health state, and then we're going to bounce. Okay. They're healing. Is this, this could be an attempted, like... Okay, we're going to do this, and then... I need the pallet stun, so I'm not going to respect. Yeah. Soul guard, which is fine. Okay, cool. You don't want to pick up there because that's how pallet stuns happen. That's how people's faces get fucking melted. Fuck, man. Yeah, dude, I got bad RNG on this one. And they're all like good players too, you know. We'll see what we can do. She can't really afford that. So that's really good pressure for me. Somebody's going here for the unhook. Trying to. The unhook back here. We have a lot of generated pressure. I think I leave him. See how many unbreakables we can proc. Okay. I'm on Haddonfield and they have 2 gens left. I'm not super generous right now. I'm not feeling terribly fucking generous, you know? Okay. Whoa! The Kobe beef! That was pretty lit. Holy shit. The Fang deadhearted to the hook. That was a smart play. Like, knowing your distance. Yeah, that was smart. If there's an unbreakable, this goes south. So we're going to go ahead and get someone on the hook. There was already a soul guard play. They're not cursed anymore, so Ruin can't do anything. I think Kate shouldn't have much more on her wiggle timer. She got picked up. Smart. Soul guard. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I knew it wasn't over. It was smart. Whoa, the suction. GG. Yeah, I figured it wasn't quite over. All right, we're going to go ahead and use pop here. We'll keep pressure up. We got a few hook states there. Is going to be on death hook, so we're going to go for her. Or one of them. We're going to zone with our main event. We should be able to get him down. Please include this in a video sometime? Yeah, maybe. Okay. So there was some mending that had to happen. And there's some healing that has to happen. We saw the Fang run this way, I think. These walls, man. Holy fuck off with this. I don't see any scratches back there. They're all healing. This girl may die then. Uh-oh, someone's here. Kate. Okay, so even if they unhook that girl, we got Kate. Ooh, these guys making me fucking sweat! She doesn't have enough time to body block that. The Fang is right there, though. Okay. So we're actually going to go back to this corner. So we have that gen, this one, and then this corner. It's not a 3-gen that I ever want. And we're going to approach from this direction to push them back to the left instead of pushing them near the wall. This wall is not where you want to be. Sorry, friend. It's not discordance, so I don't know what that sound notification was. Fuck off. That's rough. I just need one more hook on her. Where are they gonna go, though? Yeah, I can't loop House of Pain. What's up, Ish? How you doing, man? Somebody was back here. More House of Pain. I don't know how that didn't hit, to be honest with you. This is a potential save. No. Hey, what's up, Ish? I'm good, man. I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna miss a little chat. These guys are playing supremely well. So, we're just stressing, you know. This could end our streak a little bit on hate this field. I wondered if there's a fucking chest out here or not. And then last person gets hatched. I think we did it, ladies and gents. These guys about made me shit a brick the size of a canary. That's not very big. A rooster. A whole ass rooster. And they got hatched. GG. Super big GG. How do I convince my Swift friend to stop running self-care? Break down the math. The math is important, I think. All right. And future Dylan is here to kind of go over everything that happened in the match and talk about everything that sort of devolved or didn't devolve. And we can even start here at this very first sort of chase and break down my thought process. Honestly, the House of Pain, it has this window, another window, the strong pallet downstairs, and a window out the other side. I really, as Trickster, like, can't get any line of sight. By the time I M1, they're going to make more distance. It's going to be like a 1.5-minute chase for House of Pain, and I just decided that I should go patrol gens and leave that area. We're obviously going to try to chase this person here who dropped down and got a good boost. I don't think they had balance, but they made some good distance. And I was hoping they were going to play that car, but that car is a really unsafe loop against Trickster. But they had this really good window, and I think that obviously there was a little bit of RNG. Either they spawned there and they knew that window was there, or they were just hoping that window was there. And then they go upstairs and they have this second window, and they could loop both of these together. Obviously, it takes 3 vaults to loop a window, so it was like they could vault each window 3 times. Again, another loop in Haddonfield where I could have potentially spent, you know, like 1.5, 2 minutes just for a single down. The hope was that I could find somebody out of place and get an early hit and hook. And I heard somebody out here, so we're going to go out here. And I misplaced and misjudged where I heard the Kate, but she flubbed it. And she actually ended up being the weak link of this match. And so we get the really fast down on her, which is very, very good. And knowing that 2 gens are gone immediately, this team was fully split up the entire time, which on Haddonfield is tough, especially on this configuration, right? We don't have a good amount of gens on Haddonfield that are in like one side of the map or anything like that. We have House of Pain, this gen, a far corner gen, like each gen is in a corner. There's not a great spot. So God, fingers crossed for the rework of Haddonfield. But the basement play, and then, I even remark in this one, I'm like, you know what, maybe I just camp her to stage 2 because I have to generate pressure. Anything else right now is not going to work, but luckily these guys were pretty smart, and I don't really enjoy the idea of having to camp somebody. Of course, like I said, we're going for a win streak, and a win streak is 3K plus 1 hatch escape or 4K. No door escapes whatsoever, right? So, we were taking a look around. We checked the gens with our eyes. We didn't even really need to camp when we come in here and we see the Zarina going for the unhook. I wish I had main event, man. I could have completely nuked this Zarina if I did. This is a really good spot. This is where you would want to find people. The idea here was I want to go ahead and, get the Zarina done. So I switched immediately to my bat, and the slight body block from the Nia was really, really smart. Again, like they kind of knew what they needed to do. The coordination there was really, really smart. I'll say it. I've said it throughout the match. I'll say it again. These guys played really well. So despite the salt at the end, they played really well. I will forever give them kudos. Right now, the Fang, I think, is trying to keep me away from the Slug. I wanted to take just a health state, something that they'll have to work on later. And I wasn't sure if the Nia had a flashlight here. I'm not sure why. I hesitate at this pallet because I think that they're smart enough they might CJ tech. So I was a little nervous for a potential CJ tech here. So, but after seeing they don't have a flashlight, I just keep running through, because if I keep respecting it, they'll just keep looping it. And obviously I think they know they're buying time for the Soul Guard play. The good news about Soul Guard is they have to go mend now. So, that buys me a little bit of time as well. And we see, I think 3 people run this direction, 2 to 3 people run this direction. So I knew where everybody was, and I knew that with, that there was there was very little gen work actually happening. And I knew the Zarina was upstairs. I was hoping I could really catch her. And we got very lucky. This configuration of this house didn't have anything upstairs for them to use in this particular room. So RNG favored us in this particular chase because they could have had a strong window there on the right, just on the right of me to vault out. So we got very lucky. And I don't know. I think the Nia was trying to body block as we come up here. I think the Nia was trying to body block the hook. And this is where the mistake happens for the team, right? This is where I suppose I quote unquote turned it to a slugfest. The body block was not the play here. Just letting me hook and going and working on a gen or going and healing would have been smart. Like, the team absolutely would have probably demolished me had this is the exact moment everything falls apart, though. Had the team just went and like did gens or went to heal, that's it. That would have been game, set, match. And what we see here is that a gen across the map actually pops in the far dead zone corner. And so the second mistake of the team was not getting the first person off the hook. The minute there are 2 people on hook for the killer, oh man, the killer's got so much power and pressure, because that is a full-on team. Like, the whole team has to come out and help that one, right? So this might seem scummy, but this is so much pressure on a bad map where a bunch of gens have already gone against a good team. I'm doing what I gotta do, you know what I mean? They want to win, I want to win, we're in the same boat. All right, we catch the gate here. Again, the weak link for the team, and we end up doing a pretty good job here. I think they get caught up on healing instead of unhooking. Those buttons, I think, are different. It depends on if they're on console or not, and I can't quite remember, but they got caught up on healing there. And this is, again, where the pressure is mine. This is a match where I go, I could win this right here. I decide to pick up the Kate and try to bait out the unhook, because that would be the smart play. And I hear the Zarina, and I immediately drop. The Zarina maybe could have ran that wider to come to get the unhook, or the minute I started to drop, not tried to get the unhook and ran away or something like that, right? I don't know what the right play was. The Kobe was lit. It was really cool to see the Kobe, especially right before tier 2. Big kudos. I obviously was pretty excited for that. And the slight red light mind game bought me some time there. So, it's not like I slugged and that's the only reason I won. Obviously, there was some skill involved. There was some really right decision making to do. But the slugging comment about I turned it into a slugfest and that sucked was, they're still unbreakable. There's still Soul Guard in this match. They did a lot of gens. If I don't slug here, I lose. I just lose. That's kind of the way, that's Haddonfield with Trickster with, you know, just Pop and Discordance, right? Especially against a team that's splitting up. Discordance did not go off this entire game. They never were on a gen together, and that's scary, right? As a killer, a 110 movement speed killer who doesn't have any sort of insta down, right? Trickster can be potent, but when there's like really tall walls, right? That's really difficult. And there's nothing but tall walls here, right? They're staying away from loops that would be otherwise unsafe. That pallet stun, I feel like when Trickster's knives are out, the pallet stuns are like very generous, but that's neither here nor there. But I mean, the comment regarding, you know, slugging making this completely unfun. Again, there's a ton of anti-slug perks, and slugging is well within a survive. Like, it's a survivor thing survivors can avoid, right? Like, if you don't want to be slugged, like grouping up and things like that, like the mistake of body blocking and allowing me to have that pressure makes that unfun for the survivors because they made that mistake. That was their choice to make. And I capitalized on it, right? Because they want to win. I want to win, you know? They want to win because, and I know that because they complained, you know? So I didn't go out of my way to make this match unfun, but I think there's a lot of expectation that as a killer, I'm supposed to throw the match for the sake of the survivors fun, but I, you know, like, that it's really tough, and it sucks to know that, you know, that somebody was frustrated with me in the post game or something like that. But it also sucks to know that I was congratulating these guys for every great play they had, and at the end, I you know, it was just like that sucks as a killer, that you can be like, damn, these guys played well, and and it's just like, wow, you slugged, I hate you, or, you know, that's not what they said, but you know what I mean. So I'm not gonna say like entitled survivors. I don't want to hear any like entitled comments in the chat or anything like that, but it's just, you know, if a killer does something like slugging, you know, I don't advocate for slugging for 4 minutes to bleed somebody dry, but if a killer slugs, you have to ask yourself, well, why'd they slug, you know? If there's two people and they down one to go for the second, it's like, do they need that pressure? More than likely. And if they don't need it, it's great to have it. You know, I'll always say this, but like, they did a great job at not grouping up this entire game, and I had to force them to group up. You know, I had to force them together, and once I was able to do that, I was able to capitalize on mistakes, even through soul guards and things like that, right? And God, this part frustrated me. I had just, like, I could have done this, but I panicked. I was very shaky at this point, because I didn't want to lose my win streak. And I wasted all these knives, like right here. Oh my God, it sucks. Oh, that burns. But I'll say it once, I'll say it again. You know, this is kind of it for the slugging commentary part of it. At this point in the game, I know there are 3 people. I'm chasing one of them. I just heard the other one run away, so only one's on a gen. There's 2 gens left, right? So, you know, at this point in the game, I kind of know that I could potentially bring this back. I just have to not overcommit to a particular chase. So, you know, I know the Nia just ran off. I know the Zarina's here, so the Fang is on a gen somewhere. So there's only like 1 gen getting done, sort of thing. And here we are, the House of Pain, and I try my best to try to get some mind games here. Obviously, the House of Pain against a smart survivor is just, well, it's pain. So I saw the blood pool to the left, though. I missed this swing, and then I heard the sound notif, and so we just go after that. Once we down the Nia, and I think we catch the Nia off guard a little bit here. I think they were hoping for a pallet by those rocks, because one can spawn there. Just bad circumstance. I honestly thought the Zarina was going to come for a save, too, but I think they were trying to slam gens and just get out, especially after the slugfest. And, you know, they stayed fanned out from here on. They were not grouping anymore, because I think they knew that, you know, I would take advantage of that, you know. And that's what killers are supposed to do, you know what I mean? So this is a really, you know, the Survivor rulebook against slugging is, you know, look, survivors, if you don't want to be slugged, don't group up too much. Like, yes, there are killers that will slug somebody for 4 minutes, but I'm not that killer. So complaining to me about my slugging when that's something that was induced by Survivor gameplay is really, really rough. But these guys were super good survivors, and so I don't want any like toxicity in the chat or anything like that. But if you are a survivor, I encourage you to check yourself and see if the plays you made had anything to do with you know, if the plays you made had anything to do with the situation that you're upset with or frustrated with. And then, you know, the Zarina gets hatched, because that is our win condition. A win is a 3K with hatch, or a 4K no door escape. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was insightful. If you made it this long, let me know down in the comments below. Like, post an emoji. Like, I don't know, post like, I don't know, like the 100 emoji if you made it this far. I love you guys. I will see you in future videos. We have a tutorial coming out in a few days. I'll be praying to the entity to see you in that video.